Hello and welcome to our fifth
Yeah,
episode of TV Talk. I think it's fourth, right? I think we recorded one and then we didn't get used it or whatnot. So I guess for me, it's a little thrown off there. But welcome
we're back.
everyone. Yeah, we're back. That's the important thing,
We haven't
right?
been canceled yet,
No, not yet. That's a good thing there. God, I hope not. If we get
and and,
canceled,
and and check it out. This is a Tupelo coffee mug from the Chamber of Commerce. See, in Tupelo, I don't know if you know this about how like the interwebs work, but we're up to a little over 300 views so far, and there's a thing called influencer, and once you become one of those, which 300 clearly, you start getting swag. You start getting stuff like the Tupelo.
I hope there's somebody watching from all across the world and now they know about Tupelo, right? The little
You
small
could get a plug, send your coffee mug to us if you can figure that out. Please do.
to our office, right? As we both work remote. Uh, so last time we talked about like a lot of the cool stuff we were doing, right? We talked about the TVU One kind of solving some internet issues at the League of Legends
Yep.
World Championship. Um, and we kind of briefly got into the TVU One. And you know what? I decided that like it's our flagship product. It's probably what most broadcasters know us for. It's a powerful beast of a machine, and I kind of just wanted to go over how it works a little bit, why it's so strong, why it's so reliable, and kind of give people a reason um, to possibly want to check it out, right? And that's
Yep.
the whole reason of what it is. So I have it right here, right? It's
It's
off.
huge,
I will.
gigantic.
I will. I'm gonna turn it on, but Adam, while it's booting up, it doesn't take very long to boot up. But in your own words, like what makes the TVU one so great, right?
Well, first off, it's small, right? I was joking about it being huge, but I mean, that's what the size of, if you're familiar with Anton Bauer batteries on cameras, it's about that size. But yeah, it's a fairly lightweight, probably like 4 or 5 pounds. And not only does it aggregate together multiple signals to make one like super stream. That super stream can be used to be a router, so you can set up your own network, or like traditionally use it to be able to broadcast from anywhere, like moving vehicles, helicopters, boats, like literally anywhere. You can get an HD 4K signal, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now you said anywhere, and I was like, oh, TV Anywhere app. Like that's our app, right? That does this on a smaller scale from your phone, right? Obviously, you're more limited. But I want to go back to the router. So last week, me and you were testing this out and kind of just seeing how it works, and we were getting what like between 70 and 80 megabytes up and down, right? And you got it. How much did you get at
I've
at the
got
trade show?
200. Yeah, we were getting 200 and 175, without any trouble. So, it obviously depends on what's available where you are to bring together. But yeah, we paid like 18,000 to have like 12 gig. So yeah, that's much better.
Yeah. So being able to kind of bring this anywhere, right? Fire it up. Have you seen any really cool use cases for the TVU one? Like a drone shots, obviously. I think those are becoming huge as TV stations kind of cut costs, right? They might be moving away from the helicopters, things of that nature. Not obviously still helicopters in major cities, things of that nature. But like I know in
Yeah, no, I
Memphis,
mean,
right? Like
sure. We
there's
worked with T-Mobile on the Little League World Series, the drone shots in that. In the World Series game, we're using a one to be able to do that remotely. We've done everything from rocket landings and takeoffs in China to the MotoGP races on bikes, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of applications where it's gone in helicopters to get that, but more than anything, it's tends to be just day to day news coverage where the thing's just a workhorse, right? And whether it's for news coverage or remote production, so that you're not having to record everything right there. It's taking care of all that for you, encoding it, categorizing everything is perfect.
now one of the things that I think is so neat about this is that, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but you can record on this, right, and then send it straight from here to wherever you want
Yeah,
it to go, right? So
right.
if you don't want to go live with it, you don't have to go live with it. You can use this as like a super fancy record and send. I don't know what that's called, right? What's it
Well,
called?
and it's the way it's designed too. It's got something called progressive download, which is in the event you lose signal for some reason, oftentimes in courthouses, for example, they'll have like they'll block access in courtrooms in certain federal courthouses, that sort of thing. Where as soon as you get signal, it sends it right. It's just stacking it, ready to go, and then it goes out. It also has in progressive download a feature where once your camera's attached to it, it's recording everything it sees
Hmm.
right in here, which and then every 7 hours it basically records over itself. It's just a backup to a backup. But if you've ever seen like at the scene of a house fire, something can go boom, and the first thing a photographer does is hit that record button and stop recording. And it's like, there goes a shot. But if the camera's got a signal going to it, it's recording it and it's there. So there's no missing big moments in court, that sort of thing where someone stepped away from a camera. You don't even have to be hitting record. It'll have everything for you. So that's pretty cool.
Now, we talk about the router a lot, right? And so I really want to show just like, give it a second to focus, right?
Yep.
It's
There
a
you go.
screen there. All you do is you hit the little cogs. It'll slide to unlock.
Is that the technical term, cogs?
Yeah, I guess, right? And then literally up top, I know it might be reversed for you guys. It just says router. You hit router. You can turn the router on and then scan a QR code and then you're connected to the internet. I mean, that's as simple as to get what I said around 70 to 80, depending on myself. I live in an old house. I'm sure there's lead paint. Hopefully not, God, but maybe. Who knows, right? You're at a trade show getting 150. I mean, it's so cool to me because internet speed is growing exponentially, right? And like this
Right.
little pack of this workhorse, like, my parents for internet, right? Like it was AOL and all this stuff. And we've got this is like 1,000 times faster than this. That's this technical. I did the calculations, right? That a
Yeah, that's
thousand
exactly
times.
1,000, I think. Yeah, 996.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, it's incredible how fast, like we're able to really take this internet and just kind of this internet, like I'm talking like it's this thing, I take internet and connect it to anywhere. I mean, this could be, this hooks up with Starlink, right? Like, and that's
Yeah,
something that,
Starlink, you can hook up to any broadcast camera, but you can also with a Mazewell device. They sell them on Amazon, B&H. It's like 150, $200. It's got the dongle to plug directly into any iPhone. You can also plug into just about any phone really. Doesn't even have to be an iPhone with that device. And now you've got your oftentimes, at least on my iPhone, the lens quality, frankly, is better than anything I shot with in the field. So I'd rather use that. Now on a shoot, does it look super professional to have an iPhone? No, but with the gimbal and everything, it starts to look pretty big time. And regardless, the end image is all anyone cares about. Hopefully,
yeah, that's really important to kind of, and you say it looks, I don't know, I've seen some iPhone shots, and I'm like, people are like, oh, by the way, that entire interview is shot on an iPhone. I'm like, I've
yeah,
got the new 14. I guess it's not new anymore, but some of the shots that I can just casually take of my dog who's been surprisingly sleeping very calmly in the background. I was not prepared for that. I was nervous when he's in here like halfway through, but he's doing well. But it's just, everything is getting smaller, right? And I
yeah,
think, and in some way, it's becoming non-visible. And we see that with our, I don't want to say invisible because you can still look at it, but look at our remote production, right? Like an
yep.
entire master
That's a truck
cloud. Yeah,
that
that's
used to take a satellite truck, right? I mean, a full whole physical vehicle to be able to do what the little box does. And people sell smaller boxes even than that. And we had one. It was the Nano, which is basically two cards, and we just ultimately got rid of that for what you can do with your phone.
yeah.
Because your phone now, we can aggregate the two signals in there all the same as you basically could with the small packs that people are selling $1,000, $2,000, and it seems like it's great, but it's a glorified phone app.
Now, I would say if this was 2 weeks ago, which is one reason why I'm glad we delayed this. I was like, hey, if you guys want to know more about TVU One, you want to try it out, wait a month because we've got so many of these over at the World Cup. but they're
Mhm.
coming back now, right? So reach out if you guys want this video transmitter, right? If you want to test it out, if you want to be able to bring it to your production, right? We rent it, you can buy it. We handle the data for you, right? We've been dealing with all these, internet carriers and things of that nature. So it really is as simple as getting one sent to you, renting it, or if you want to buy it, and then you're ready to go with. I think it's 6 SIM cards
Yep.
right in here. Is
Yeah,
that
exactly. Yep.
yeah? You aggregate Wi-Fi. I mean, it's a really powerful
So, you know,
machine. Uh,
4G, 5G, there's no need to have six, 5G cards, but you put a couple of 4Gs, a couple of 5Gs, and you are blazing along.
you're good. Yeah, we've been live from anywhere with it, right? I mean, it's just you have any kind of a signal, right? Then we're gonna be able to get you live and get you to your viewers of wherever you want to go.
Well,
Uh,
and that's like, I don't know if we really explained it, but or we being me, but those different cards are in different carriers. So as you're going along, with six different signals coming in, and say T-Mobile drops out, not that I'm a customer, they're great. T-Mobile drops out, all the other ones are more than strong enough to keep you going. And
yeah,
then, T-Mobile's back and now AT&T's gone, no big deal, right? You still have three other carriers. It's all being pushed in there, making just like monster speed for you. And you never even notice that that one's not there.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. I think we talk about things dropping off and having 6 SIM cards. In transparency, right? This is not designed for a small Twitch streamer, right, to want to stream to community. Like, this is a beast of a machine, right? If you're a Twitch streamer and you're interested, feel free to reach out, right? But we Adam mentioned our TVU Nano that was much smaller, much cheaper, right? This is true broadcast quality, guaranteed to do whatever you need it to be. That's why it's got 6 SIM cards in it, super powerful. If you're a Twitch streamer, reach out. We have products that will help you 100%. But this is depending on which model you get, depending on data thing. But this is not something that's cheap, right? I don't want people to think, oh, that's $1,000 machine or anything of that nature, right?
Now
No,
that's like 8K, like 5G, you're looking around $25,000.
yeah, it's they get up there, and of course, you know, I,
Get your friend price, so Josh, right now.
I
23.50. I bet you I could swing for you. For you.
Hey, he's saying the prices. I just sent it to the salespeople. Reach out to me, and I'm like, hey, talk to
Yeah,
Greg. Greg's been getting a lot of emails from me as people have been reaching out. Adam, as always, thank you so much for stopping by
thank you.
TVU Talk. And guys, we've really been having some good discussion on our Twitter, right? So if you guys aren't following us on Twitter, at TVU Networks is our handle. We've been talking about best way to get camera shots, why you're using remote production and things of that nature, so you guys can engage with the conversation there. But also, if you're not subscribed to us here, be sure to. We're going to be doing some giveaways next year as well. We've got some really cool things in the pipeline. So everything. Happy holidays. We might be recording a show for next week. Maybe not. We're just trying to see how it all plays out. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.